What I'm going to show you in this video is how to change a person's, say, a person's shirt or any element in an image. So for instance, the original color of this shirt wasn't blue, it was yellow. Let me show you how I did that. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a new color correcting layer, newer color adjustment layer. I know what these are called. I'm really good at this program. I think I've proven that to you by now. And what I want to do is I want to shift this from yellow to blue. So the way that hue saturation works, and again, this is a hue saturation color adjustment layer, is you go here and it allows you to essentially shift the hue. So I'm going to shift this to, let's make it blue. We'll just do the same thing that I had going before. Now, there's a bit of a problem that's happening here. It's not only affecting the color of the shirt, it's also affecting the color of absolutely everything else in the image. So how do we get around this? Let me show you. What we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this layer right here, just in case we mess up a little bit, and then select the shirt out. So I am going to go to my quick selection tool. This, by the way, also serves as a bit of a refresher on how to use the quick selection tool and how to get really good selections. Because, you know, it's been over 30 minutes. You're probably due for a refresher. And I'm just going to go through and use the quick selection in order to get a selection of the shirt. You'll notice I had a bit of a problem right here, so I'm just going to press undo. The quick selection did a decent job, but it didn't really do a perfect job, and that's generally how this works. So I'm going to zoom in, and I am going to, adjust this selection. Now, I accidentally hit Shift instead of Alt, accidentally. So I'm just going to undo that. And now I'm going to hit Alt, not a big deal. This would only be a big deal if I tried selecting large blocks of space at a time, rather than using Alt again and again and again, and using Shift again and again and again and again. All right, so I'm going to fix this right here, and that looks pretty good to me. We're going to call that a day. I'm going to actually purposefully build in a few mistakes. For instance, I forgot to add this area. I forgot to add this area, just to show you how if you make a mistake, how you can fix it later. So I'm going to copy this, and I am going to paste it in place. You know what? That took a while. I'm going to actually show you a different shortcut. Instead of pressing Control-C and then Control-Shift-V, if you just hit Control-J, it will instantly paste it in place. So there we go right there. And now I have a layer on its own that looks like this. And if I were to put this on here, we have a blue shirt. Now, there's a bit of a problem. I told you earlier that color adjustment layers affect all of the layers below them, meaning if I turn this layer on as well, it's still affecting all of it because it affects all of the layers below it. If we want this color adjustment layer to only affect the layer directly below it, we use this little button right here. Boom. And now it only affects this layer right here. Now, we have a bit of a problem, and that problem is this is still yellow, this is still yellow, this is still yellow down here. So it looks like the original selection wasn't perfect. That's going to happen. So what we want to do is we want to fix that. Now, the current way we have that set up, it's not going to work. Like I could go in and I could redo the selection from scratch, and I could repeat this, put it down here. Honestly, that's not a very elegant way to go about it. It would get the job done, but it's not an elegant way to go about it. So let me delete this layer. Let me turn this layer off, and let me show you a far better way to go about this.